Hey guys, this is Stanton, and today I'll be continuing on with Heavy Rain.
Lauren?
I'm sorry, Scott.
You should have listened to me, Mr. Shelby. I told you to drop the investigation.
Your son is a serial killer. How many people does he have to kill before you turn him in?
Gordy has his faults, but he's still my son. You have no children, Mr. Shelby. You can't possibly understand. You leave me no choice. Your investigation is over. For good.
Oh boy. The game just started and already my nerves are shot.
Lauren! Shit! Lauren! Lauren, wake up! Lauren!
Oh boy.
God damn it!
Oh, come on.
God damn it! God damn it!
No, nope.
Lauren! Lauren, wake up! Lauren!
Nope. Oh, yeah, maybe I do want to do that one. Do I really want to do this? Ah, come on. Yes!
I was gonna take up swimming again. This isn't exactly what I had in mind. You got a car back at your place? Mine's obviously pretty fucked up.
Yeah, sure. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go settle a few scores. Come on, I'll take you home. Lock your doors and windows and don't let anybody in but me. Okay?
Be careful, Scott. I don't want to lose you.
Really quick, I feel the need to explain myself as to why I was so careful on this one. You see, the last time I played this game, which was actually the first time, I wasn't able to save her. He escaped, but she didn't. I was afraid that if I chose wrong, it would happen again. Her death was actually my biggest disappointment. I wanted her to see justice for her son. That didn't go so well, but I'm still happy that I saved the girl.
Hello, I'm looking for Anne Shepard's room.
Please sign the visitor's book.
I don't wanna.
Are you a member of the family?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, she'll be pleased to have a visitor. No one ever comes to see her. With the Alzheimer's, she has trouble remembering things, but it'll still please her. You know. It's room 19 at the end of the corridor.
Thank you.
Oh. Can't even walk straight anymore. It's been so long since I played this game. Which, for most of you, it's been almost a month from where we left off in this game, so I'm kind of no longer used to the controllers. But, let's see. Come on. Are you her? No, you're not.
Hello, Mrs. Shepard.
Is it time for my pills already?
No, Mrs. Shepard,
They're never on time with my pills. I don't know what they do here. In the other hospital, they were always on time. But here...
I I came to talk about your son, Mrs. Shepherd.
My son? I have no son.
You had a son named John, and John had a twin brother.
Do you have my pills? It's time for my pills.
Your other son, Mrs. Shepherd, John's twin brother. What was his name?
What other son? I have no other son. I never had any children.
Mrs. Shepherd, your son may be linked to a series of murders. Perhaps you have some information that could help the investigation.
Are you a new nurse? Where are my pills?
Try to remember, Mrs. Shepherd. John's twin brother was placed with a foster family after the accident. What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know. They said I didn't have enough money. It's a pity. I'm
You gotta
fond of
pay extra
television.
for that at a hospital? Maybe I'm a TV addict, but
Do you
that's
remember John?
kind of
My
heartless.
Johnny. He is a good little boy, you know.
I think your son is in trouble, Mrs. Shepherd. He's done some terrible things. I need to find him. Do you understand?
Terrible things you're telling me. He never came to see me, can you believe it? In 10 years, never. No one forgets their mother, do they?
I know what happened at Carnaby Square. Do you remember?
Carnaby Square. I think I used to live there a long time ago. We didn't have much money at the time, you know. We had to make do with very little.
You don't seem to get many flowers, Mrs. Shepherd.
No, but I love them. My son knows that I love flowers. I know he'll bring me some.
Are these your children, Mrs. Shepherd? John and his brother? Is that them?
They're good little boys. Their father never looked after them, always drinking. They didn't have an easy life, you know.
Did you make these origami figures?
My little paper animals. They played with them for hours. I showed my boys how to make them, you know.
Yes, your boys, Mrs. Shepherd. John and... what was your other son's name again?
My other son? I only had one son. My little Johnny.
Come on. Well, I didn't want you to close it. Oh, that looks like a fun one.
I love origami, But that's not my favorite one.
What would be your favorite one? Would it be that one? Or let me... I'm guessing it'd probably be this one because this one looks closest to the ones we've seen previously. So let's see. Oh, come on.
Oh, you know how to do these little dogs too. My children loved origami. I taught them how to do it. John loved the little dogs. He always wanted to call them Max. Max, Max, Max? All dogs with the same name. I was wasting my time telling him they couldn't all have the same name. But he always wanted his paper dogs Max. It's funny, isn't it?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to have a shower that looks exactly like that.
It'd take days, if not longer, to find the name of the family that adopted her son. Sean Mars would be dead by then. Does Mrs. Shepherd ever talk about her past?
It's not all very clear to her now. Sometimes she'll remember the oddest things, though. I suppose if she sees something that reminds her of her past.
Does she get many visitors?
She's been here for 10 years, and you're the first.
I'm looking for her other son. He was adopted. I mean, he's probably changed his name. Is there any official documentation on Mrs. Shepherd?
No, there's nothing really. Nothing about her family. I guess if her son was adopted, then she's the only one who could tell you about that. Sometimes, if you show her things, it seems to trigger a memory from her past. You might get it to remember.
Thanks for the advice.
What a lovely orchid. My sons loved orchids. We used to grow them in the back. When John died, I laid orchids on his grave. I cried when they told me I'd already lost one of my children And now they were taking away another one, you understand.
The foster family, Mrs. Shepherd. What was the name of the foster family that adopted John's brother?
They were really very nice people. I met them, you know. In the beginning, I used to go and see my little boy. And then I got sick and I couldn't go any longer. Perhaps he thought I'd forgotten him. He must have thought I didn't love him anymore.
His name, Mrs. Shepherd. What was his name?
But I loved him. If you only knew how much I missed him.
Please, Anne. His name. What was his name?
Come closer.
And that's the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. My name is Staten. Like, share, and subscribe. And you all have yourselves a wonderful day.